BladeAxe here. It's been 6 years somehow. How have we managed 6 years? And I think looking at how the performance of last year went, what with my grand total of 2 videos produced, and I was going to do, where's the 12 videos, BladeAxe? Where's the 12 videos? That is a great question. And I think it boils down to 2 core evils. Evil 1, procrastination. I think, let's be honest, we've all been there. But also perfectionism, which somehow is a form of procrastination. I got into the habit of being like, I can add one more thing to a video. I can do some more things. For example, the 2 videos I said I was going to produce. Well, the main one I was going to be was Ask You. And with that, I kept having more and more ideas. And then, I know this is going to sound cringe, but I got burnt out. And everyone's going like, BladeAxe, look at this soy boy over here getting burnt out. That's a bunch of mumbo jumblos, okay? And that's fair enough. But it unfortunately did hit me like a lightning bolt hits a chicken in the road and turns it into a KFC, okay? Completely out for the count. So, we then moved on to a new video, Shadercraft, which I was like, easy peasy, we'll make a little challenge video, you know. And then I had a genius idea of what if we had little segment bits where like it was a whole recording studio and there was like different characters and like a whole bunch of like After Effects and like visual editing stuff. And guess what happened? Yet another lightning bolt, KFC chicken, okay? Burnt out once more. So I think today's sole goal is to say, we are going to finish these 2 videos. So if nothing else happens this year, for this year of BladeAxe, is going to be finishing those 2 promised videos. That is Ask You and that is Shadercraft, okay? And if I do decide to make a new video, it's going to be done and dusted in 2 weeks, start to finish, okay? We're gonna cut down on perfectionism. We're going to cut down on procrastination. It is, if we start, it will be done in 2 weeks, okay? Because otherwise, nothing will ever be done. The danger of perfectionism is that, you could keep polishing this turd forever and it'll be like the best turd you've ever seen. You'll be like, God damn, that's like Mona Lisa level. I want that in a museum. But if no one ever sees it, it's not going in the museum, is it? Right? At least with Da Vinci, he finished the art and like got it out there. Sure, he could have kept saying, I keep perfecting it, which he did. He worked on it for 12 years. But at some point he said, I'm done. That moves on to the upcoming videos. So alongside those 2 that I specified, we're going to do a world tour, as you can see around me. Looks sick as anything. And I think after 8,000 days, it might be time for a proper world tour. Because you've been seeing it, you have at least a video that you've seen, and it does look pretty cool. And there's a lot to see. There's a lot of secrets. It took about 2 hours to explain the single area. And there's like tens of these. So it could perhaps be a 4, nearly 5 hour video, but I might have to cut it down a lot. But probably I'll get the Nether Hub done first because the Nether Hub is in a diabolical state. Now, I know you guys are all waiting for me to say it. Those 3 beautiful letters. What is the state with TBN? I've been talking with Reciprocate, and I do actually have an ancient copy of TBN, of The Boys SMP, Season 1. It is from December 19th, 2020, so only 3 months into the server. We set up Sport, we got a lot of OG bases, but aside from that, it's pretty much untouched. Do we restart TBM using this copy? That is the question. I'll leave it in the air. Of course, you'll all be saying yes, but remember this, I am not releasing TBN until I'm in a position where I feel I can deliver a product that is worthy of your time. A lot of people, and I'm being hypocritical here if I don't mention it, will set up a server and be like, this is going to be the server you can play on. It'll be like a 2B2T forever, 15 years running, yeah? And then it closes down a couple months later. I think we all saw that with the April Fool's server that I put up. I was like, this is going to be SP4. Did it on April Fool's because it'd be a nice little joke. And then I didn't put any effort into it because I was too busy working in the background trying to like polish stuff. I was like, okay, if I get these plugins and this configuration, and again, perfectionism. Nothing was ever released, nothing was ever changed, and then it fizzled out. It's just, It fizzled out. And I think that's the danger we need to avoid here. So, with that concluded, that sets out the old goals for 2026, year 6. Minimum 2 videos, and if I am to produce a video, a 2-week schedule. Possible TBN comeback depending on if we improve the server hardware, and people being willing to support and help with it. I think that lays it out, and also a region world tour. Thank you very much for still being here and listening to me groan on and on and on, but this has been BladeAxe. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind liking and subscribing. This is BladeAxe. BladeAxe out.